Thank you very much, Mozart. That's how we call him. Um, I was hoping I wouldn't have to say anything, but I guess I have to say one or two words. Um, my job is normally very simple. Um, I happen to walk in the corridors of where decisions are taken, and because of that, I normally have to work with Mozart and the team to understand what they do and communicate appropriately. Um, but aside that, I'm also a scientist, and I work in computational mathematics, so I understand the implication and the meaning of having this NREN. I think if there's going to be any benefit, I'm going to be one of the first beneficiaries since I work in high performance computing as well. So this is very important for me as a person and also for the work that I do. Um, so as much as getting the infrastructure in place is important, um, I think what's also very critical and crucial, I don't know whether this is the forum for it or your subsequent forums, is to think about what is going to run on the infrastructure that you are putting in place. If you're going to convince people to continue to pay for these services, they must understand what is the real gain in having that infrastructure. Just mentioning bandwidth and internet as a research and academic unit is just not enough. Unfortunately, we don't have many scientists and working in this area of using fully the idea of having this connected infrastructure as a country. So I think that whilst you deliberate on all these issues, you should think about what sort of resources you are going to share on the network and how beneficial is it going to be for and the various institutions. The little information I have is that, I was just telling one of the guys here that I've tried to be part of this process for a very long time, but in this time and dispensation, the senior officials that I've met and I've spoken to seem to be the type that wanted this particular facility done yesterday. And so there's a very big opportunity to make sure that in the next couple of, I don't want to say days, but in a very short time, we should be able to get over with this facility and see what sort of other collaborations that we can work with. I'm always baffled that, for example, KNUST has a number of application suites that have been built for the school and for the purpose of running academic systems, and yet many of the institutions struggle to find softwares and things like that to run when we've had so much experience to do this. I know that the institutions that we have, they are not in competition. Whoever set them up was very certain in his mind what it meant. They are supposed to collaborate. So Legon and Tech or UCC, they are not in conflict at any point in time. If you check the mandates and the status of these institutions, you would get to know that they are not in competition at all. And in fact, if they don't work together, there's no way development will happen. So I would urge all of us to do what we actually came here to do. I'm sure everyone here is here because we all want the same thing. And the little that some of us can do, a bit of the convincing that has to be done, we'll do our part. Already I can promise that for KNUST, when it comes to these things, we have no impediments at all. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you very much. Now, at this juncture, I'll call on Jacob. Is he around? Oh, sorry. Right. So we'll look at the action points, and then you will lead a discussion, and then guide us as exactly what is expected of us to get things done. After that, we'll have a brief, maybe an open discussion. Then we'll take a tour of our facilities and come back for lunch and depart. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Uh, so I have four chairmen, and with their permission, we'll just start and go straight to the point. Now that you are sacking me from office, you know I need to know how long I'll stay out of office. So we are going to just go according to it strictly, and then we'll just take the timelines. We have to set up the committees, and we do that. We just deliver, and then we move. Okay, so I have three things here that I'm looking at, and I've broken them down into agenda 1, 2, 3. The present one currently is the World Bank proposal. So we need to know the requirements from each university so that it can be put together and then a proposal given to the World Bank within the shortest possible time. Next week is our deadline. Togo. We need that.
He needs to be here so he can tell us for which institutions he has obtained already
and which ones
are outstanding and all of that.
We need that.
In any case, the institutions are here. Who has submitted, who has not submitted? Who has not submitted? And so, can we, before the close of this session in this place, just get pen and paper and put something? I think we have this thing. We can just put pen and paper now, or how do we do it?
No, the thing is, you see, for the connectivity, you need to, Togo, we are calling you in to find out how far or what is outstanding in your view to be able to complete the proposal to the World Bank. But I think an easier way is, okay, for some of them, we've got the information on their behalf, you see, so they may not know.
Yes.
And that's why you need to update us so we'll know what the gap is. What it is the cost estimate for connecting the institution to the Garnet. And the way you do that is you find out from the telco or their service provider how much it will cost for them to do that job. And then we put it down. So he's been able to collect some information on your behalf. Unfortunately, it is not every institution that he's been able to do that. So Togo, if you can just briefly say so that we know.
So, should I go by mentioning the institutions that I have on the list here? That
will be fine.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So, currently we have information on Accra Technical University, Advanced Business College, African University College Communication, Blue Crest University College, Dominion University College, Ghana Christian University College, Ghana Institute of Journalism, Ghana Institute of Languages, Ghana Institute of Management of Public Administration, which is there already, Islamic University College, Jaya University College, King's University College, Nusford University College, Lancaster University, Marshall's University, Methodist University College, Mount Crest University College, Pan-African Christian University College, Pentecost University College, Radford University College, Regent University College of Science and Technology, Regional Maritime University, University College of Management Studies, University of Professional Studies, Valley View University, West End University College, Wisconsin International University College, Zenith University College, Catholic Institute of Business and Technology, Ghana Technology University College, Maranatha University College, Ashesi University College. So these are things that we Yes, AIMS,
So
African Institute of.
just before you continue, show by hand if you are here and your institution wasn't mentioned. Okay, so let's just take that one first.
If okay, I'm coming.
You know,
Because we currently have this thing going on.
they are not. Yeah.
They are not part of this
They are not part
because
of
we have already contracted
Yeah.
for that to
Yeah.
be done.
Yeah.
The request we made to the World Bank was, we have a lot of our institutions, sorry, we have many of our institutions that do not have the financial muscle to do that. So if the World Bank could support us to do that, but they already have the reports of who has connected. So it won't look good if we went back again and said, oh, we want to connect. There'll be an integrity issue there. So we will not include those ones that we've already connected.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Or contracted to be connected. From C Square. Yeah.
some, yeah, who are not.
Yes.
Two of them are here.
The issue is more with the CIU members
Yeah.
Yeah.
who are not who have not yet submitted or who are
Yeah.
not
So
on the list.
yeah. So a lot of the names that I mentioned are from the
The
CIA.
private universities, yes.
Yes.
Private universities Accra.
So
In Accra,
Yeah.
because C Square kind of concentrated in Accra. So if you are here, you've not heard your name, maybe you can provide me with your coordinates of your campus where the service will be. Then we can furnish the telco with that information and get the pricing quickly from them.
Alternatively, if you give us the name of your service provider,
Yes.
your current service provider, we just talk to them and say, we want you to give us an estimate for connecting this institution to Garnet.
Yes.
That's what we do. So they will tell us, and then we include it in the list. We need to be. So I think you should just get their service provider and we'll talk to them.
We send that information to you. Okay.
okay.
I think Garden City University and Christian Service University from Kumasi. And Catholic, yeah. And Catholic University too.
Okay.
So let me have the information, if I can get it today. Getting the location, if you get onto Google.
Oh, I'll get it for you right
yeah,
now.
Google Earth, you can get your coordinates and then you send it to me. And
Okay.
I will.
Now, okay, Mr. Togo, we already have connectivity with our service provider through the fiber. Do we have to do another one or that one? is just-
Okay, so that connectivity you have presently is your primary internet connection. We want to create a pipe that
Okay.
connects to Garnet. Now this pipe, we call it lead circuit.
Okay.
So there's no internet, they will not put internet on that.
Okay.
link.
Okay.
So we want to know how much it will cost for them to provide a pipe without internet.
Okay.
That is what we are looking for.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody have anything?
Yeah,
to
I
say?
think Togo need to clarify. If you want a circuit from point A to point B, you want a lead circuit. So from the institution to certain points somewhere, probably currently at the current pop. Exactly. So that's what he's talking about. So it's not just a circuit to anywhere, but circuit from your point of presence, from the university or the institution to the NITA presence. That's the kind of thing, and without internet. So just a lead circuit.
Okay, I think because it's tertiary, I didn't hear the polytechnics, but I know most of them have Garnet, NITA connections already. So we can assume they are connected.
I think the Polytechnic was mentioned. He mentioned Accra Technical College. Is Technical University? So that's a Polytechnic.
Yeah, and then the colleges have tried to get it through NITA. They have not been forthcoming. I don't know if you can knock on their doors one more time, because I know they are in every district. NITA, National Information Technology Agency. to provide me estimates for the last mile connection from their point to the college. Yeah, so that we just put it together so that it looks complete.
Yes. I also asked that information from NITA to give me costing for the places that they are currently located. It's been difficult getting that information. I don't know why.
Let's just knock one. Yeah, let's just try one more time so that it doesn't look like we presented it without looking at the other tertiary institutions. So let's just try one more time before we push it. And it must be very fast.
Yes.
So we agree that this thing is going by next week. When is the deadline for you to give us the costing? Total cost.
If I get the coordinates, then we talk to, normally it takes them,
We'll make it very simple. Once we get the costs, we'll write a proposal which should be maybe 2-3 pages. We'll go straight to the point. And then we attach the basis of our estimate. And it goes.
Okay.
Yes?
It will be difficult to maybe get the exact cost for every institution. So what we might do is, as support, we'll look at, we'll just give, let's say, an assumed cost estimate for some of the institutions that we will not be able to get them for now. We can get all accredited tertiary institutions in Ghana from National Accreditation Board, easy work. Then we just put an estimated cost for everybody, and then we can take it along. What do you think?
Yes, I think we can do that. The only challenge is we are assuming that everybody is coming on board if we go that way. It is also not easy to know who would want to come on board. So I think we need to discuss what number, how do we do the cutoff? What do we do? Because if you don't include a particular institution, then later on they say, oh, why did you leave my institution?
Exactly. So, that's what I'm saying. So from where I sit, let's try an estimate for all.
Yeah.
And just send it. When
and I think you are in a better position to do that because you represent all of us in Ghana here. You have our contacts. Yeah. So as long as Jacob is part of it, it's okay.
Yeah. So those ones that we know the actual cost as quoted by the service provider, we indicate it.
Yeah.
Those that we estimate, we also declare that
it was estimated.
These were estimates.
Yeah.
So that they are aware
clear in their mind
exactly.
how it was arrived at. So is it okay to say by next week Wednesday we should be able to come up with a technical document, and then on top of that we put in the proposal and then it goes? Togo. Wednesday.
So next week Wednesday you are ready with the estimates or the cost estimates.
Exact.
And he will be giving you something.
Estimates. Yeah. I'll get the
institution list.
Yes, institution from you.
Yeah.
And then we'll try and
just put an estimate together. So by Wednesday you should have your document, and then you put a proposal on it.
Okay. Is it good to get the coordinates of those institutions, because it helps to know how closer they are to a service provider?
For colleges, I have the exact points.
You have?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Polytechnics, we all know they are in there. We can just use Google and we'll get them.
Okay.
Yeah. The colleges are already having. The private, we will still get them.
Okay.
We'll still get them from Google. We can still get them. We can still get them.
Oh, okay.
We can still get them. Google has them.
Google have them.
Just find them on the map and pinpoint.
Yeah.
We will have them. Yes, the accredited list. Yes, I'll give him that. So by Wednesday, we'll be done with that. Now, there's one thing we'll be talking and having documents and sharing documents on the page, but now we want to consolidate all these efforts. Have, let's say, a document repository. We have these templates that we are talking about over there, so that when you need it, you just go pick, fill, and submit. Standardized. For requests for IP space and all those things, let's try to put this document somewhere so that it will be easy, and it's not like we have to call Lucas, we have to call Togo for it. Let's just have somewhere to keep them. So how do we do that?
And on the website, and then we click and download.
I think Afrinic, Afrinic already has an online document that we can all access. It's elaborative enough. We can actually understand the basics. They've explained it enough. We don't need to create another document for circulation. I think if you really want to know how to apply for any IP address space, whether V6 or V4, whether an ASN or whatever, everything is on Afrinic. The process, everything is on the Afrinic website. What is more, it is on that website that even when you acquire the space, you should be able to apply, tell the whole world into a particular database, the Afrinic database, that you own those address spaces. So everything is on the Afrinic website.
Okay. So can we customize it?
Let me add. I think what Jacob is talking about is not just the Afrinic document, but a repository to have all other documents. So he's looking at the bigger picture. It's good to have the Afrinic reference, but he's looking. Now we have, if you look at Garnet for almost 5 to 10, we have so much document that we've done, scattered in mail forms and everything. So if we can get a repository and put it down, especially for our friends from the private universities to understand where we've been and where we plan.
Okay, then in that direction, I recommend a Google repository.
Okay.
Google has quite a flexible repository.
Okay. So
easily accessible.
That has to be linked to our website.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what I also
So
suggested.
what we do, we can create a repository and then give access to all the members of the Garnet Forum.
Yeah. So someone will have to take charge of.
Yes,
So
yes.
we need to tax someone
I know
with it.
Kafri was part, so maybe you can get a second or
I think
second.
you should write Kafi down and then there's
I don't have
there
the
should be a
list.
backup
Yeah,
person.
right.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
I'll be responsible for that.
Okay, so you're in Kafri.
So
Yes, I'll be responsible. But for that, it means I need to get the full addresses of all the Garnet members.
Yes.
So that I'll avail that particular repository for the members.
I think the Build Garnet has almost all email addresses.
We've been
Yes.
created and there's a sheet outside.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So how soon? Today? Yes. So how do we get the documents there?
No, we need to, I mean, you can create a repository, but then to populate, we need to put the documents together.
Let me give you a brief account of how it works. Once you have access to the repository on Google, in fact, the access can be only read or read and write. You stand a chance of dumping any document you want into that repository. So you don't need to send the document through me before the document gets into the repository.
I agree, but I must decline that offer because this is going to be some focused, organized thing. We don't want duplicates. We just need to have the important documents there. People, there are versions of documents. So you wouldn't know which one is being applied. So let's just have a focused thing and then organized in a way that will help all of us. So, Lucas, what do we do?
The repository will have to have sections. So we'll look for the forms, like membership form, and then we'll have a repository for reports, presentations that have been made,
Okay.
and things like that. So that's why I'm saying we need to design the structure for you, and then you create what we want to see, and then we start populating. I think let's agree that we have to agree the structure, what
and the
documents
timing.
we want to have in here. Because I can tell you, many people have different types of documents. We have presentations, but the key statutory templates for Garnet, the membership registration form has to be there. Everyone has to know. And then probably other forms. Which
various presentations and where they were made.
Yes, the presentations, I have a folder on for all presentations that I've done. That would be easy to just dump it there. But those who have been involved with Garnet for, very long time will know what kind of documents were generated in the beginning. I have a copy of the membership form. I don't know what other forms exist.
Yeah.
The interim, I would say, is it the team that are working on it can help him get the structure because they have the documents. And then maybe Lucas should be heading that team and quickly get the format that should be. It's not everybody that should be allowed to paste anything into that place.
Yeah, that is understood.
So with that, there should be people that you forward any information you want to, and it should be scrutinized before it goes there. So let's set these things
straight
down now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I concur. Lucas, can we take you to be the one who would screen the documents before we put them in the proper sections?
Okay, so let's say 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay.
There's a lot of work there. 2 weeks.
Yes, but the containers can be created now.
Yeah, today is 9.
So that we have an action plan. Something should be done today.
Today is 9.
Now.
2 weeks from now. Who can help us? 2 weeks from now. 9th. 23rd. So Togo has Wednesday, and then your team has 23rd. I'll be calling to follow up. Up to 23rd. So my job will just be calling and checking. And then we keep saying the team. Let us see the team now and agree on it. So that, it's not like they claim there is a team, but we don't know the members of the team, So, Lucas, kindly let us see the team now, so that if you have any issues, you can channel it appropriately, and then we can at least move forward in the right direction. If you're a member of the team.
What team are we talking about?
The interim coordinating team.
Oh, currently it's Peter who is coordinating. What is happening is that for the technical side, I think it's Togo who is coordinating. Togo knows the people that are coordinating with him. My understanding when I joined was that the technical team was Togo, Atu, is it Hubert, who is no longer in Ghana, and then I think, were you a member of the team? Yeah, and Abraham, and then Beneshan. Is that correct? Yeah, that was a technical team.
And is as old as
Kafu not part of the team?
I think Kafu as well, yes.
Kafu joined along the line.
Along the line.
This team is 10 years old. Can we just do something?
So
there are people who may be willing to join quickly. And
so I believe that is the team that we're talking about.
Yes.
Universities.
Yeah.
Especially from the private universities. People can get
members
from the private universities.
We know leadership is by Peter.
Yeah.
So let's get a technical team.
Well, that's where the action really is, to get things done.
We need volunteers to join the team.
Christian Service University volunteer.
Private universities. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And our mom raised her hand. No one saw it. I
So we
saw
have
it.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, yeah.
And then Glenn.
Yeah, gender.
And then yeah.
Yeah. So how many people do we have now? So 1, 2,
then 3.
3.
Do you need the names?
You are just replacing Hubert, so you were already
Jacob,
in there.
if you can mention our names, then you not
Okay,
write them down.
please,
So
you raise your hand. You
Emmanuel Edinkra.
Emmanuel Edinkra.
University.
Christian Service University. Please, just show by hand. You call your name and then. Please.
Yeah, Nicholas Donko.
Nicholas Donko.
UW.
He said that he wants members from the, so that's why.
Oh, you can join.
I work with my boss.
Your name is being recorded.
Sorry, Adele Tredako from UCC.
Yes, sir. Your microphone is on.
Mention your name, Glenn.
Glenn Busruchi, you know.
Anybody from this side?
My technician there, on my part, I'm not in this category. I'm in the academics. Only that sometimes I join them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want my technical man to be part of.
Then please let him know for us.
Okay. Samuel Jobua. Okay.
Okay, there is a hand there.
Yeah, Fred Ekuban, Methodist University. Fred Ekuban.
Yeah.
Isn't the number getting too?
Yeah, what we have to do is that the numbers are good, but what we have to do is to have sub team. You know, there's so many things that is in terms of the technical coordination. We have the network now. We are even having some level of publicity and websites, so we can have subcommittee under the technical team to coordinate. Otherwise, we lose focus.
Yeah.
So we can have the network team. We can have those who do the technical standardization. You know, we're even thinking about standardization.
I was coming.
So we have to subgroup them so that we have a focus.
I just needed them to volunteer first.
Oh, okay.
Now we'll give them jobs. So now,
if that's the case, then maybe teams might be nominated, and then we put them under various.
Exactly.
areas. So then we can also. I have Thomas. What is his name? Thomas Mensah from my end, and he could be put in any of the teams.
Okay.
That's
You have.
And then I'm waiting for boss to come that this time we want some level of, you see, it's becoming, I sustain Togo, and I want us to have other people to help him so that it doesn't become, as we always say, it doesn't become a Legon thing. We have to make sure that, I know that he wanted him to come. I don't want it to be Legon, Togo, Lucas, Togo, Lucas. You see, the coordination. It has to be so that the other groups feel part. For example, when it comes to the top, I would like my boss to be part of the administrative aspects. You know, we have the technical. Myself, Togo, can coordinate the technical, and then my boss or any other head, Francis, my boss Francis, and then Lucas can do. So they always join because it helps. Maybe one day Lucas wants to travel to the UK and do something for about a month. You need somebody to hold stead for him. So I'm proposing my boss to help. I mean, he's been helping so much.
And I also want to add Mr. Ben from UHAS to also play a part.
Okay.
And what you're suggesting is that you need the ICT directors or the IT directors to also
have a
manage
small
the,
caucus.
for the management.
And then the technical group to have a caucus.
And they must have the passion and desire
yes,
to get
there
this thing
should be
going.
a group that should have the passion. So I'm looking at that. If members will agree, the House will agree.
Yeah.
Is that so? Okay.
But I'm going to say something here. This team that I have tried to come up with might only work for about a month or 2 weeks, because when the board comes in place, the secretariat is established. They are going to call for members to join again. We need some work done within some 2 weeks. That's why we are forming this team. So nominations and other things will come out officially. So, like he said, we know Peter is coordinating the team. So you know you are working directly with him. So we have your names, and then we'll task you with the responsibility of getting us somewhere. Now, there is another thing, the connectivity blueprint, the roadmap.
Jacob, please, the subgroups that Abraham mentioned, we still haven't looked at it. We need to classify and group them, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to try and put that on the neck of the boss to find a way of putting them together, but I think we can do that. We can help with that. So you mentioned about 3 departments. We know there is a technical one. There is going to be the administrative one, and publicity, like.
We've been complaining that our website is not in good shape. That side seems to be lacking. I mean, we need members that will.
Well, I'm also suggesting that since the Ames guy was tasked to, Kafui was tasked to handle the website, let's limit it to that side, meaning that all the technical staff, we've already have technical volunteers, right? So the team heads can now decide on which a skill is used for what, so that we can look at the list that he has to present and then put them in containers. Then we can now go back into the containers, break them down to achievables. Thank you.
So administration, so which people would like to, on the team, support in the administrative side? As in, they'll be working directly and always with Peter. And then Lucas. Okay, and then the rest is technical. The technical, I have a strategy here. We are going to zone.
The administration, I don't know if we can add 1 or 2 people from the private university. Reverend, I think, can actually join.
Yes,
I don't know.
think it's on that. So we are. Reverend has been vetoed to join the team. So the technical, we are going to zone them. I have about 4 zones here. Depending on where your institution is located, you try to remain around that area. That will help us. Accra and Eastern will form 1 zone. Central and Western, another zone. Ashanti and Brongahafo, 1 zone. Then the Northern and the Upper East and Upper West regions will also form 1. Yeah, voter.
Mr. Jacob, I think Mr. Jacob, I think we started something like that. Yeah, Mr. Jacob, can I make a contribution?
Please.
From the northern side, and from, let's say, Kumasi, Sunyani, already we are even started working together already. Kumasi, Central, we've been working with Central, so already there were 2 teams, kind of imaginary teams.
Agreed.
Yes.
So let's.
Okay, so the imaginary
I want
team.
them documented.
Okay, so let's do
so
it
that
now.
we know.
Central, Western, and then we go up, Sunyani, and then Tamale.
So is 2 teams okay for us?
Yeah, I think we should.
I'm trying to reduce the cost of travel, and we are all technical people. 1 workshop for everybody. Then you are left. So you handle your area and help the schools within your area. So maybe you don't need to travel so far to do that job. So I think 2 teams will be very difficult.
Becoming, now we have the Polytechnic there. We have a number of tertiary institutions coming up there. And we must be very clear where we belong.
Yeah. I think voter stands on its own.
The issue is that, there's a lot of...
It can be part of the Accra area or something.
Accra Eastern.
So we have to be clear.
The thing is, it's not just having more teams. There's a lot of technicality involved that we need to make sure that we train. For example, Togo has been in the business for a long time. So I think we can start with 2 teams and break it further later. You can have smaller teams, but it won't be effective.
We don't have the time.
Yeah, but you're talking of trying to establish making sure the systems are working.
We have 2 weeks to get
everybody on board.
No, they are going to be taxed. We have to get the connectivity requirements.
Yes.
And then where you've got into.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these teams are going to do that in the space of these 2 weeks.
Yeah.
To get that done.
Okay, for example, for now, I've been working a lot with UCC, UNER, and then UDS. So, for example, I'm comfortable with the 3. At least we've started talking.